going on? Luxury Loops, KL Beats. Your personal musician, getting ready to go in, feeling like getting creative. You know, I mean, it's fun to be creative, right? Just to be able to be creative, like get creative, be able to take something and take it somewhere that you didn't even know that it would go musically. Like, I mean, as a music producer, that's like the best thing about what we do, right? Is, you know, we get to take pieces of something and chop it up and do what we need to do. Only if you have the right tools, though. Now, if you don't have the right tools, you don't know what I'm talking about. You know, I mean, if you're actually sitting back and trying to put something together in days, weeks, months, years, and nothing comes out banging, you know, I mean, you might be suffering from beat block. And, you know, over here at Luxury Loops, we don't know what that is no more. So, you know, somebody asked me, well, I mean, how do you deal with beat block? I put on a Luxury Loop. How do you deal with beat block? You know, so I'm getting ready basically to just get creative, just basically to go in. Now, here is something that I really want to show you, and it's basically one question I know you have is, okay, well, you know, you got Luxury Loops and you got banging loops and everything is dope, but how do I sound different from the other producers that get the same loops? Well, that's simple. What I'm getting ready to do for you is and I believe I've already, all right, I've already done like some drums, and I just have to add like a couple more elements, but basically what I'm doing is I want to show you the loop that I chose. Let me just show you that first. It kind of remind you like kind of West Coast, right? So what I thought is okay, well, I want to create something that doesn't sound like a West Coast track at all. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. And I only took one of the sounds. I actually took, I believe it was the string sound. And I turned it into something else. And then I added a string effect to it to kind of give it like, you know, my own little twist. So, and this is again inspired all by Luxury Loops. So what I did was I took the string sound and turned it into a lead sound. Now I know you're thinking, man, that sounds crazy. So let me add some chords. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So let me add chords. 3 simple chords. Now if I turn it on, it don't sound like a West Coast. It's kind of like, you know, in a whole different direction. And that's kind of what I want to do. I want to get creative. I don't want to sound like any other producer. I want to create something. Alright, so let me turn this down. Turn it down. Okay, so what I did was I added some drums. Let me see what the drums, how the drums sound over this. And then I'm gonna add like some bass or something like that. just simple bass. Okay, so now it's a totally different track. Totally different track. And it's not, it don't sound like anything West Coast. Now, let me tell you this, and this is what's crazy. In here is actually a whole nother luxury loop. See, this is another luxury loop outside of the West Coast loop that I had sitting inside of my player, inside of my NNXT that I didn't erase. And that's crazy. So now what I'm doing, I started off with a West Coast loop. I took one sound, and I've just found out that I have another sound from another loop pack that I can incorporate in my new beat. That's crazy, right? And I'm gonna record that. So I totally took it to a whole nother level. Now let me add like a, well, I guess I can keep the lead sound the same. So, well, you know I'm an arpeggio fan. So, let me record this. Arpeggio. And again, I mean, it's just fun to create this way. This is like my new way of making beats, like for real. This is my new way of making beats because now instead of me sitting down just trying to come up with something and beating my brain up, I'm taking from different other elements, which is something that I created. So, you know it's something special if I can still be inspired. And I mean, you know, so what you do with it is really gonna be crazy. You're going to take it to a whole nother level. Now, what I'm going to show you again is where I started. And this is crazy because I started from a West Coast kind of vibe. That's crazy. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you what I took. I took the string note and made my own beat. Plus, found out that there was another luxury loop that doesn't even have nothing to do with this loop already in my Reason. And I put all of this together and... Okay, so go to luxuryloops.com right now. I'm about to add some more sounds to this beat. Peace.